students, today we will discuss about the cell. Okay, in the cell we will study about the what is cell, what is living and non-living things. Then we will study about the types of the cell on their base, on their shapes and sizes. And then we will discuss about the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. Okay, so I am here writing that is the cell. So cell is a living organism. Cell is a living. Okay. Another is the non-living, means inanimate matter. Animate matter. So cell is a living. Okay. So living cell could be a multicellular or the unicellular. Multicellular means made up of many cells. Unicellular means made up of single cell. Many cells and single cell. This is the overview. So what is cell? The term given by the Enquiry, the quite is structural and functional unit of life. Functional unit of life. When I say structural, what does it mean? Structural means provide the shape to the organism. Shape to the organism. Or you can say forms the building body, or you can say forms the building blocks of the body. Building or building blocks of the body. So next is the functional. So what does it mean functional? That means, so if I am moving, so my body is functioning. So my body has the organ system. Organ system is made up of organs. Organ is made up of tissues. Tissues is made up of cells. So cell outcome. If cell is functioning, so cell's outcome is the activity of the organism. Okay. So we already discussed what is cell. Now we will discuss about the who discovered the cell. What scientists observed in the cell. So who observed the cell? So you already know the cell is the very tiny microscopic unit. We cannot see with the help of the naked eye. So we used to need the microscope. Story started in 1590. The scientist came, the Jaryal Janison. He discovered the compound microscope, but not observed the cell, to observe the small things. Discovered first microscope. First microscope. Now another scientist came after the 20 years, said your microscope is not working, so I have to modify it. 1610, that is the Galileo, or you already heard about in the physics. Galileo, he modified telescope, or you can say microscope, modified microscope. So discovery also, so microscope is being discovered. So after the 55 years, scientists named Robert Hooke took the cork of slice of cork and he observed this slice under the microscope in a magnifying vision. What he observed in this microscope, he observed that the cell walls, compartment-like structures, are joined together. He named this compartment as the Latin name of the cell is cellula, that means compartments. Okay. So, but these cells are the dead cells. Right? Cells. Why they are dead cells? Because the cork is a dead. So another scientist came, that is the Robert Brown. He observed the nucleus. सर यहाँ से कट कर, ये यहाँ से. So he discovered the dead cell, but another scientist named Anton von Leeuwenhoek, what he did? He observed the living cell by observing the simple structures of the bacteria, spermatozoa under the microscope. Living under the microscope. What type of living? Bacteria, spermatozoa, one discovered the dead cells, one discovered the living cells. Now, another scientist said, you already discovered the cell. Now I have to discover the inside the cell, what cell contains. So, another scientist, Robert Brown, don't be confused with the name of Robert Hooke. He discovered the dead cells, but there is another name, Robert Brown. He discovered the nucleus. That is the genetic material of the cell. Genetic material of the cell. Right? So, another scientist said, you discover nucleus, I will coin a term, protoplasm, that is the Purkinje. He coined a term protoplasm, that is the fluid-like structure where all the organelles function inside the protoplasm. All the organelles function inside the protoplasm. The another name of the protoplasm is the cytoplasm. What is it? Cytoplasm. Okay. Everything has been discovered now. Another is the cell theory. Who discovered the cell theory? We have three scientists, बच्चों. The first is the Mathis Sachwan, and another is the Theodore Clayton. Year is 1839 and 1838. Another scientist is the Rudolf Borsha. The year is 1945. So what they did? This one was the botanist, Germany botanist. What he did? He said all the plants are made up of the cell. Plants made up of the cell. Another scientist, that is the Theodore Clayton. He was the zoologist, British zoologist. What he did? He said all the animals are made up of cell, but they are not telling that from where the cell arises. So they gave the traditional cell theory that is not accepted by anyone. Traditional cell theory. In 90s, another scientist came, Rudolf Borsha. He said hominus cellula e cellula. What he said? Hominus cellula e cellula. It means all the cell arises from the pre-existing cell. All the cell arises from pre-existing cell. Yes. So finally he told that every cell that arises from the pre-existing cell. So now we will discuss about the cell sizes. So they have different type of the cell sizes. If we talk about the in human, the largest cell is the ova, largest, that is the gamete, and smallest is the sperm. If we talk about the animals or birds, the largest is the ostrich gamete, ostrich egg. If I talk about the longest, so which one is the longest? Longest, that is the neuron, and here is the smallest, that is the mycoplasma, that is the smallest cell on the earth. that is the 0.3 micrometer. Okay. So I already discussed about the cell sizes. Now we will discuss about the cell shapes. Different types of the cell shapes are present. Shapes. So it could be a branched, irregular, cuboidal, longitudinal, round. The first is the elongated, that is present in the tracheids in plants, and another is the branched, that is the branched. Here is the elongated, and there is the branched neuron, third is the cuboidal, यहाँ से कट. So third is the columnar, in the epithelium. It is like this shape. And fourth is the round, and oval, that is present in the mesophyll cells, like this. Right. So next is the last, that is the, we have 3, 4, and another is the fifth one, that is the irregular. Irregular is the white blood cells. White blood cells have the irregular shape because when infection takes place in our body, so they squeeze themselves and enter in the walls of the arteries or veins of the blood vessels, you can say. So now we will discuss about the cell on the basis of internal organelles. So it could be two types, that is the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. Pro means that is the primitive and eu means the new. Primitive, and we know karyotic means, karyon means nucleus, and eu means new type of, and new karyon. So in prokaryotic, they do not have well-defined organelles and have primitive type of nucleus. Primitive nucleus that we used to call nucleoid, because this type of genetic material do not have the well-defined membrane So it is already made inside the cell. So, eukaryotic have well-defined organelles that perform their function and well-defined nucleus. Right? Okay. So I already told you the difference, basic difference. So what is the common in both pro and u? Cytoplasm, common feature. Both have cytoplasm. Yes. Both have ribosome, but prokaryotic have the 70S ribosome and eukaryotic have the 80S ribosome. What is meaning of the 70S? S means the Swedenborg unit. When we centrifugate the organelle, more the density, more will be the sedimentation unit. So, ribosomes. What else? So now we will discuss about the prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic includes Monera, that is all bacteria, mycoplasma, इतना ही देखो मतलब ठीक है.